Are you using the most powerful parenting tool? The most powerful parenting tool is your voice, giving specific positive praises to your children. Let me illustrate. The year was 1988. I was in 3rd grade in Mrs. Magnifico's class, yes, you heard that right, in New Jersey. One of the students had brought in delicious Hostess cupcakes. You know, the kind with a layer of frosting at the top and the cream in the middle? Delicious.
Forbidden donut.
A student had brought in Hostess cupcakes for their birthday. I remember sitting at my desk eating my yummy cupcake. And of course, as everyone does, there's crumbs that get on the table. I remember when I was done, I picked up my wrapper, I swept up all the crumbs and swept the crumbs into my hand, and then I carried my crumbs and wrapper to the garbage and threw them away. My teacher stopped everyone and she said, "Class, look at how Paul just cleaned up after himself. He brushed all the crumbs into a pile, he put the pile of crumbs in his hand, and then he threw away his wrapper and his crumbs into the garbage. Wow, he did a great job at cleaning up after himself." And I was like, yeah, I'm the man. And guess what? Whenever I eat something and there's crumbs on the table, you know what I do? Almost 35 years later, I still sweep all the crumbs into my hand and throw them away. That is the power of specific verbal praise. We're gonna throw away and have a funeral for just using the words "good job." Let's just have a moment of silence.
3 hours later.
All right. Now, I'm not saying you can never use the words "good job." You can use them as long as before you say "good job," you tell your child exactly what it was that they did right. You tell them what you've noticed. Just like my teacher said, "Wow, I noticed that Paul swept the crumbs into his hand." That was one specific thing she pointed out. And then she said, "I also noticed that he got up and threw away his wrapper and his crumbs." That was the second specific thing. So when we praise our children, we want to point out the exact things that they were doing right before we say anything just like "good job." Good job does not tell them what they did correct. So you want to be as specific as possible with your praise. I'm also going to be making a video about the power of taking verbal praise and combining it with what's called a token economy in order to motivate your children to do things that they don't like, and just motivate them and encourage them as they're learning new skills, mindsets, and behaviors. By the way, if you're enjoying this content, if you can go ahead and please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And also, please comment below because I want to start engaging you in conversation so we can build a supportive parenting community. Oh, by the way, side note, it's actually a skill that we learn as parents to actually spot the positive things that our children are doing. We're so trained in our minds to spot the negative things. It is more challenging, and you need to be very intentional about spotting the positive behavior that you want to see and praising it. So this is what I encourage you to do. Take a handful of coins, maybe 10 pennies or maybe 10 paper clips, and put them in your left pocket. And then set yourself a timer, and maybe for an hour or two, and try to, during that hour or two, spot things that your child is doing right and praise them for it. And every time you praise them for it, take one of those pennies or paper clips out of your left pocket and put them into your right pocket. So your goal would be to, over the next 1 to 2 hours, take the 1 penny at a time out of your left pocket and put it into your right pocket until you have run out of pennies or paper clips. And then you are then training yourself to spot the positive behaviors so that you can applaud and tell your kids exactly what it is they're doing right. Maybe your reward for yourself at the end of it is you treat yourself to a delicious coffee beverage. Hey, sometimes us parents need rewards as well. Parents, I want to let you know you are the backbone of society, and you are powerful, and you are proactive, and you are patient. You are going to see your children become the fruitful people that they are destined to become. My name is Paul, and I want you to be Kidstrong.